Do you have a coach or a mentor? Hi, John, Marketing for Owners, the podcast, on a lovely, lovely Monday morning. Not outside, it's a bit windy outside, but and it makes a bit of noise on the microphone. Although I do like a bit of sunshine, and I do like to be outside. If you do listen to these a lot, by the way, I am generally outdoors. Of course, if you're only doing the audio version and can't see the video version, which is on the marketingforowners.com/podcasts website, then you might be wondering, what are all those noises in the background? That's birds tweeting, seagulls doing their thing, the wind doing its thing on a microphone, and dogs barking, and cars starting up and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, back to the subject. The reason I bring up the thing about a mentor or coach is because a lot of us don't ask for advice. It's my personal biggest fault, is thinking I know enough, or that person is in a different industry, they won't understand mine, I can't ask them for advice, or how can I prove they know enough to advise me, or they won't want to help me, or any other excuse you can possibly think of. But we do need advice. We should ask. And the funny thing is, in my experience, when you do actually ask, people are desperate to help you. Now, of course, you have to ask the right people. And I strongly recommend you get yourself a mentor. In my humble opinion, a good solid mentor is going to be somebody that you know has been there, done that. Not necessarily in your business, because what you'll find is that people with experience of business realize that it is a process. There are systems. All businesses work in a similar way. Someone, let's say for instance, the senior management of Google, a search engine, could probably be dropped into Amazon to run it, or Walmart, or something like that, because deep down the actual structure of the business behind the scenes is very similar. I mean, most of us, if you think of it, our business, it can be split into departments of finance, operations, and marketing. Ta-da! Yeah, that's how most businesses are run. But we need advice. Once we're stuck in our own heads, we don't get out and we don't think outside the box, we don't bring in new ideas, we can't see where we're going wrong. A lot of our staff won't tell us because we're the boss, etc. So I recommend you get yourself a mentor. Now, that mentor has to be someone you feel comfortable with. So you don't want someone who, when they tell you information, you resent what they say. You think, that's easy for you to say. You want someone who can tell you comfortably, and you can understand that they are trying to help you. They are not picking on you, and they're not putting you down. They're not giving you, well, yeah, look, you have no idea what you're doing. If I was doing it, it would be easy. They are trying to help you. And you can also get yourself a business coach. Beware, I've said this before, beware of lifestyle coaches. Lifestyle coaches, nothing wrong with them, but what I mean is don't pick a lifestyle coach to be your business coach. A business coach, again, needs to be someone who can help you progress and understands business. Business is very, very, very different to life. That person can be in another country. So for instance, I'm in the UK, I operate in the UK and in Canada. It doesn't matter to me. All my coaches generally have been in America. And if it doesn't make any difference. I mean, business is business. They don't need to know about my taxes or accounting procedures in my country or anything like that. It's nothing to do with it. It's just the basics of business. And they work as a sounding board. So if I've got ideas, there's someone I can ask. It's very lonely running a business. Quite often even your spouse cannot really help you unless someone has been in the trenches, day after day, understanding how this affects you after hours, how staff problems affect you personally. If they haven't done that, how could they possibly understand? So get yourself a mentor. Don't be lonely. It could be anyone. Blimey, it could be me. I don't actually offer that service, but if somebody wanted, if you want to ask me a question, if you wonder, if you've got something you think, I wonder if John can help, shoot me an email. By the way, it's just info@marketingforowners.com, and just say, hey John, got a question. That'll get to me. So you can do that. But that's not the point of this. I personally have always had business coaches, or rather from when I started to have business coaches, my business has progressed. I now have an accountability partner, well, not an accountability partner, but someone to be accountable to. I make myself accountable to them. Currently, I'm in the Strategic Coach program that's run by Dan Sullivan, and he's from Canada, although I'm in a UK program, so all the staff, the coach is UK, is a financial advisor, bears no relation to my business. In fact, Peter, my coach there, is actually a member of Strategic Coach. It's not staff, that's the way it works. And this isn't a push for Strategic Coach, but if anyone's online, most of the successful entrepreneurs online are in Strategic Coach. They pay no affiliate, no referrals, no nothing. Everyone recommends them, me included. I'm in the E-Myth program. The E-Myth mastery thing has been instrumental in building my business. Fabulous tool. Strategic Coach is more for the entrepreneur, the person. E-Myth is for the person, but also for the business structure. It's a different thing. I love the E-Myth. My first coach was John Jaworski. Now John is in Florida, Key West. I've actually met him quite a few times at events in America. He's a lovely guy. In actual fact, sent me an email the other day and asked if we could just have a chat. He's no longer my coach. I've moved on. But wow, if you want, it's just a fabulous guy. Someone you can feel comfortable with, and he's got a nice voice, which has always helped, so very soothing. But I know his business, I know what he's done, and as we've known each other for years, we help each other. That's the great thing, is eventually people learn from each other, bounce off. If you want someone like John, great coach, that's what he does as a business, you want his details, again, email me. Melinda at E-Myth also coaches independently on the same system, has been doing it for 25 years or something. Again, let me know, I can give an introduction. At work, I have David. David was a consultant, he now works for us part-time, but also acts as a mentor. He's worked in some very large businesses. So that's what I recommend. Don't be alone. Don't be alone. It's scary. It won't get you very far. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to the subject of our book for the week. This week I recommend The Everything Store from Brad Stone. Now, very simply, The Everything Store is a story about Amazon. It got a lot of press when it came out. In fact, I read it when it came out. And got a lot of negative press, but personally, I don't think it's a negative story about Amazon. I think it extols the virtues of Amazon. I think it gives a very good story. It gives a story of the development of the business. And Amazon, of course, none of us can equate to it these days. We can't equate our business. But Jeff Bezos started in his garage with a bunch of servers plugged in that cut the power off. They couldn't boil the kettle or they couldn't cook anything when they had the servers all on. It blew the trips. So it's very, very interesting, but it gives some concepts into the way they manage the business, the way it's built up, and these things can give you ideas to apply to yours. So go and read The Everything Store by Brad Stone. Nice guy. I've met him actually. He's quite often on Bloomberg documentaries, business documentaries. Very smart guy, but also very nice. So go read that and go get yourself a coach. Please. See you tomorrow.